Hello everyone, welcome to yet another exciting episode. In this episode, I'll be taking you through part 2 of the strategy I shared late last year. The strategy is titled 2021 Best Strategy thus far. So this is just an update or an addition or an enhancement. But before I start, I'd like to say Happy New Year, compliments of the new season. It's a year for new changes, new attitude, and new trading strategies. So to get started, I'll basically take you through today's strategy. If you've adopted this strategy, you'll notice that there are things that you don't have. For example, we have this moving average and we have the 75 and the 25 level. This is just an update to enhance the strategy and make it even better. With this strategy, you'll be able to catch entries earlier than before. So without wasting any time, I will take you through the strategy. At the end of this video, I will share the settings of the moving averages. So when we look at the main chart here, right here, we can see that this is a simple crossover strategy. We have our black MA and our gold MA. When the black MA crosses below the golden MA, that's our indication number one. Our indication number two, we come here. Sorry about that. We come here to our stochastic and our MACD, and we check if it has crossed over the 75 zone. If it has crossed over the 75 zone, basically first one, we check that there's a crossover. One is the green MACD, the green signal MACD. It's beyond 75. It can either be between 75 and 80, 80 and 85, 85 and 90. It really doesn't matter. As long as it's crossing over the 75 level, we are good. So basically with this, it means that let's see if we had a straight entry. When there was a crossover there, we notice that our MACD was still far from crossing the 75. It was still far from crossing 75. I'll mark it with a circle so that you see right here, right there. It was still far. So what do we do when that happens? When there's a crossover like that, we mark that as 1, and then would wait for our MACD. To come to this point. We wait for our MACD to come to that point. As long as a crossover has happened and the MACD is still moving up towards our sell, we can wait. So basically, we're gonna enter our entry right here, right there. I'll mark it with a line to see where our entry would be. We'd have our entry right there. So if you notice that with the previous strategy, you had to wait longer. For it to happen. That means you're gonna enter somewhere here, which means that's like let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. Now we'll be entering 6 candles before the confirmation happens. But then again, the alligator crossover now, it's used for you to make a killing. Now we use this to make a killing, this crossover here, which means we'll have 1 or 2 trades there, and then when the alligator cross happens, you add more trades. A confirmation that you add more trades. there's one important thing that you need to there's one important thing that you need to keep in mind, guys. There's one important thing you need to keep in mind. Take a look at what I'm gonna highlight with the circle here. If you really want to see that this is indeed a signal, not a fake signal, you need to move your main chart back and forth. You need to move your main chart back and forth. For example, I'm gonna do that. I'll move it towards my right, and I'll move it back towards my left, and move it back to my right again. If you notice what happened here, this MACD stayed. This MACD stayed on the sell zone. If you move around your screen and you see that this MACD is still on the same sell zone, then that's a strong signal, guys. That's a strong signal. If you move it and then it changes position, it goes out of the sell, leave that signal. It's not a great signal. It's not a great signal. It's not a great signal. For example, look at this. Look at this. Follow through, guys. This is very important. This is very important. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm looking for an arrow for you to see that. Keep a look at that, guys. I'm gonna move my screen towards the right. You see, it changed. It moved. Now you will see that when I move it forward, it moved. It moved. That's not a strong signal that I will advise you guys to take. That's not a strong signal. So let's look for another one. Let's look for another one. Here's another one. You see, I'm moving my screen towards the right and towards the left, and the MACD is still there. And the MACD is still there. MACD is still there. It sticks on the sell zone. So what happens? I'll look for a crossover, check if the MACD has crossed 75, and then I'll enter. If it happens, this crossover happens while I'm still in, at the red arrow there, guys, you add more trades. You add more trades. You add more trades when that arrow is still there. When that arrow is still there. Let's look for one more last one. One more last one. And then I move on to the most exciting part of this video. You see, I'm moving my screen back and forth, and that signal is still there. What do? Crossover, check. Crossover, check. MACD crossing over 75, check, I enter. When the alligator crosses again, right here, I enter more trades. I enter more trades, guys. I enter more trades. So, I have an exciting news for you guys. This strategy can also be used to catch spikes. We can use this strategy to catch spikes. Guys. What do I mean by that? To catch spikes now, we need to take a look at now the green MACD should be on the buy zone. This boom 1000, guys, for the spikes will be buying. Now we're looking for it. If it's on the buy zone, like this, and it has crossed over, watch where the circle is, guys. It has crossed over 15 like that. It has crossed over 15 right there. So what do? We wait for this guy. We wait for the sorry about that. I'm looking for an arrow. There you go. Looking for an arrow. We are looking for, now we keep on the MACD main indicator there, which are these red lines. We look at these red lines and see whenever these red lines go below whenever, right here guys, whenever these red lines you see, these red lines go below, the green line, like right here guys, right there. When they go below the green line, that's where we enter our trade. That means we're gonna enter our trade right here. That means the spike was gonna go like bam, and then we enter the right here. That means our trade was gonna be this one right there. Our trade is gonna be that one right there, and then we'll catch the spike, and it's like 2 spikes, the second spike, and then we're out. Let me look for another one. We have another one forming here, but it may take time for it to form, so I'm gonna leave it there and look for another one. Yes, another good example is here. This guy has come across close to 15, and then bam, the red lines go below. The green line. Is it below or above? The green line is below, the red lines are above. So we're gonna enter right here. That means we're gonna catch this huge spikes. We're gonna catch the spike and the spike and the spike, and then we exit right there. That means we're gonna exit right here. That means we're gonna catch 1, 2, and this little third tiny spike right there, guys. We're gonna catch that little tiny spike right there. Let's look for another one. Guys. Another one. There we go, guys. Another one is here. We have the red lines going above the green line after it reaches the 15 zone. That means our entry is gonna be somewhere here, and then we'll catch that spike, and then we are good. Another one, guys. Let's see the last one. I don't want to make this video long because it's just an update. Another one is here, so we're gonna enter right here. Why are we entering there, guys? The red lines have went above the green MACD after it reaches zone. Now it's going back up, and the red lines go above. We enter. We're gonna catch the spike. We're gonna catch 1, 2, 3. We're gonna catch those 3 spikes, and then we're out. So yes, that's it, guys. The strategy is as simple as that. If you have any comment, any question you want to ask, please drop it on the comment section. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, because there's new content that's gonna benefit you. A lot of content is coming. If you like this, you're enjoying this, please like the video and share with your friends. Yeah, so let me show you the settings. So the additional 2 things that we are adding is the moving average. The first moving average we are adding is 8. The shift is 0. Method is linear weight. Apply to open. The style should be 3 pixels, and then make it black. If your background is white, make it black. If it's black, then make it any color you want, as long as you know which is which. When you are done with that one, we'll be adding another one. Period 12, shift 0. The method is also linear weight. Apply to open. The style is also 3, and the color is gold. Guys. The color is gold. So basically, that's it. And then you go to your stochastic. The one that you already have. Click on the levels, and then you are only adding level 75 and level 25. Those are the only two levels that should be adding. If you are new to this video and you want to see the settings of the rest of the strategy, please go back to part 1 of this video. Part 1 of this video basically explains the strategy in full. You'll get all the settings. Go to part 1 of the strategy. You'll see the video right there. With that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Please, if you are new to this channel, subscribe. If you like the content, please like. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, put them on the comment section below. I'll reply them as soon as possible. Thank you.